The recent film Goat, whereby this is supposed to be Vijay's second last film, his 68th film, he had a scene where he passes the baton, as it were, or passes his title as one of the more successful commercial Tamil film heroes to Sivakarthikeyan. So this created a lot of buzz in cinema circles, and people are wondering how come this happened. Why Vijay chose Sivakarthikeyan? Why not Dhanush or Simbu or Jayam Ravi or many of the other heroes? If you guys have any comments on that, definitely comment, because I'm sure there are many fans of all these other heroes around. So one factor, obviously, which is timing, because it so happens that Venkat Prabhu is the director, and Venkat Prabhu is in talks to do project with Sivakarthikeyan after this Vijay project. Therefore, Venkat Prabhu has been in talks with Sivakarthikeyan, and he probably had this idea, and when he threw this idea to Vijay, apparently Vijay said, okay, why not? So that scene sort of came to be a collaboration between Sivakarthikeyan and Venkat Prabhu with the agreement of Vijay. Alright. So now, is it the right thing for them to do? Well, years ago, Bhagiraj, one of very famous actor-directors, you don't have that many actor-directors who have a long list of successful films. Dhanush does that, but not that frequently as Bhagiraj did in his heyday. So allegedly MGR made a declaration that Bhagiraj is his heir to the throne of MGR. Okay, and Bhagiraj also made a fuss out of it. He tried to start a political party. He tried to make a movie with MGR scenes in it called Avasara Police, if I remember correctly. However, Bhagiraj sort of over time he faded away, and Rajini was the true major star after that, right? So this begs the question whether this was a good idea or not. Maybe they wanted to do it to make both groups of fans happy, and that is one of the biggest flaw of Goat. Rather than making a good movie with maybe occasional Easter eggs, they made the whole movie all about Easter eggs. Venkat Prabhu's justification is that it's a kind of a bye-bye movie, so he wanted to do that as a fan service. But fans are about 10% of the population, and a lot of people who work hard come to the cinema for genuine entertainment and not various agendas of having their not reunion, but having their farewell party and all that. Why are you using the public's money to hold farewell party among yourselves, right? So that is not putting the public first, right? I don't say what it was wrong. They had their logic to do it, but ultimately the core has to be a story, the script, entertaining the public, and then you can have occasional here and there some fun points like that. That's what I think anyway. Of course, you guys can share your thoughts on this. To be a big commercial star, it's not only about how to say, somebody telling you that, oh yeah, I declared this guy as the heir to the throne, but you must have a genuine ability to entertain people. You must have a long track record. You must have gone through a lot of ups and downs. So just like actors decide that one fine day I want to do politics and want to suddenly jump into the chief minister's chair, same thing with heroes who feel entitled that somebody tells them, oh, you are the king now, and then suddenly become king. Vijay made this mistake when he allowed Sarath Kumar to declare him superstar and was just enjoying it rather than saying it's not the right thing. And it seems Sivakarthikeyan is making a similar mistake by trying to have Vijay declare him as the next big hero rather than the public. So of course all the YouTube haters and all, they are Vijay, Sivakarthikeyan, Rajini, all these people have huge amount of haters. Sometimes you can in fact measure the success of the hero by the number of haters they have. I'm sure a lot of people agree on that. So whether what Vijay is doing is a kind of a gimmick, like in a sense superstar Rajinikanth also talked a lot about politics, but it didn't happen. So some people allege that it's all a kind of a gimmick to keep fans interested. So the verdict is just yet to come, because Vijay still might be acting in a 69th film by H. Vinod. So anyway, now that whatever has been done. So Sivakarthikeyan now faces a daunting task because the declaration has been made. So now he has to think how is he going to bring himself forward and stand up among all the other heroes. Now one thing I want to sort of share, if any young heroes are watching this video, what are the odds of that, right? So I'm talking about Kollywood especially. I feel, okay, is my opinion again, that Vijay and Ajit have sort of brought down the taste of Tamil audiences, which means that they've designed films to sort of hero worship as much as possible. They've put in effort to use camera angles, slow motions, and hero worshipping dialogues, and these kind of things to glorify the hero at the expense of putting in quality storyline, putting in higher quality effort, and so on. So people might say, how can you say that? You see all the heroes, they are doing all kind of effort to produce good movies. Yes, it does seem like that superficially, but the moment you start comparing with yesteryear's backwater industries, backwater means relatively, I'm speaking relatively compared to Bollywood industries, like Telugu film industry, which had a big collection, but their movies were a bit more commercialized. Malayalam film industry, which was very intellectual, and Kannada film industry, which was like a very low budget kind of an affair. Look at the effort that Yash of KGF put in. A Kannada film actor, Kannada team, with resources that they only have. They don't have resources like probably Hollywood has with all those years of humongous budgets and humongous what do you call it, audiences. Tamil films have audiences in UAE, in Malaysia, in Singapore, and these are all since 1960s, 1970s. They already had lots of these big overseas audience base. So the Kollywood industries, which was built up by people like MGR with commercial performance, and Shivaji with acting prowess, and continued with Kamal and Rajini, who worked hard to go to Bollywood to do film, spread the market for Tamil films worldwide. It seems that during the era of Ajit, Vijay, Tamil films start to look more and more inward. For Vijay, other than Kerala market, and for Ajit, pretty much mostly Tamil Nadu alone has become their core market. Whereas even fresh young people like Yash of KGF and Prabhas of Tollywood industry have, imagine the hard work they put in. Rajamouli, Prabhas, they work for 2-3 years, sacrificing movies, building the body up, putting such quality special effects, and they just really broke the paradigm. They just said that all these hallucination about Bollywood and Kollywood being the top dogs of North and South is just an illusion. It's all about dedication, hard work, respect for the script, respect for the story. If you listen to Venkat Prabhu's interview recently, he says that they didn't even have a second half plan really. Could you imagine that? A top tier hero going with a director who has not mapped out his second half of his script. He only had a clear first half. And the way he's talking and the way I'm hearing other people and some of the YouTube commenters who have links to the industry say, many of these directors just write 3-4 stories and they just do the first half only. I think maybe they think, why should I put effort? I will give a one-liner to any of the 5-6 heroes around. Let's see which one they like. And once they like, then only I will start working on the second half. So imagine the quality. So now the so-called legend of second half curse of Tamil movies, it's not second half curse, it's just a second half carelessness. Right? Directors are like certain restaurants, they just don't properly cook the meal, just half cook, and then sort of tell themselves that last minute they will somehow cook up something for the audience. So that is a very wrong way to approach things. Okay, so unless the directors go back to being loyal to the story, bringing a genuine story to a hero, and only working together, if the hero respects them and if the hero respects the story, they can't progress. And if they say that how could I survive in this industry, cutthroat industry, without sucking up to the hero, well, there's so much evidence everywhere. There are so many heroes, directors, until the very recent Nithilan, who did the Maharaja film, who has been surviving without any major heroes, who rely on good story and script. Even directors like Maniratnam and even Shankar until recently, although they did work with big stars, but their core was still about story. And that has to be really brought back to the forefront. This includes Maniratnam and Shankar as well, because they've been also neglecting story for quite a while now, right? And it's not wrong to use quality writers where the director focus on directing like Bharati Raja used to do, Steven Spielberg used to do. So I think Hollywood really need to start taking stock. I think the baton passing event between Vijay and Sivakarthikeyan hopefully can be a poignant moment where everybody reflects and says that we're not going to play this game of heroes anymore. We're going to play a game of good cinema, of audience being satisfied with what's being shown. It's not like they deciding what who takes the throne, who does what. I think Vijay, maybe due to too many victories, he starts to look at the world very much from his worldview and not from the public's worldview. Of course, he came up to where he is by giving people what they want. So hope he rethinks, and I hope Sivakarthikeyan also rethinks about who are their bosses, which is public and not them as a group. So and also making films which are like not say clickbait, controversial bait. Let's say, intentionally putting words like Tale, intentionally creating confusion between the cricket hero and Ajit, for example, in the film, putting in Padayappa's music. What are you all doing? What's the director doing? What are you trying to do? Right? So this so-called fan service has gone from being like a salt in food. Here and there it's okay, but if you just eat salt in a plate, I put salt. Okay, maybe with a spoon of rice. Could you eat it? Could the audience eat that? So a lot of negative habits are coming into the industry, and I hope that change occurs, and Sivakarthikeyan, being the next generation of heroes, will look at what Yash is doing in Karnataka, what Prabhas is doing in Andhra, and look at himself. And I think like for example in Amaran, the way he has built himself up and all that shows some promise, but let's see how the actual film turns out. And the old horses which are still running, Rajini, Kamal, they are showing the others what kind of spirit you need to have, and hopefully the young ones take the good example from the senior heroes. And to me, the big hero in Kollywood, that role is still open to anybody. So with that, I say bye bye. Take care, guys. Comment.